Didn't know the fear you felt if you thought to retreat. Nor the courage that it took to climb while others cleared the streets. Didn't breathe the air like you know I was farther up. Half a mile divided us, but you did not give up. You climbed and shouted, hoping they would hear. You saved so many lives that day. Your smoke never clear.
Hi, everybody. It's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? So we wanted to start the show with that song. It's called Amputated Skyline. It's a song that I co-wrote with my friend Karen Cole, who's an incredible songwriter and musician. And I was honored to work with her on that song. I've written many songs with her, but that particular one we wrote right after 9/11 2000, which was when it happened. At the time, I lived 10 blocks I lived on Houston Street, which was 10 blocks from where the towers were hit. And, you hear the phrase, never forget, never forget. You see people still have tattoos. You see it on trucks and things like that. But I got to say, as time goes on, and it's been 21 years now, people, it's not that never forget. It's just that life goes on and other things happen and people get involved with their kids or their jobs or, their friends that have passed away. So, but this is a song that I wrote as a tribute to the first responders. At the time, I lived in a building on Houston and 6th Avenue. And if you know that area, attached to it is a firehouse. And I want to say it's Ladder 6. Attached was a firehouse. When I was upstairs at the time, I used to videotape everything. I was really very photojournalistically active at that time. One of those old cameras, and I was up on the roof photographing and I'm going to dig up, Leo, I'm going to dig up all that stuff and send it to you for you to put on a thumb drive, because it's actually documenting from that day. So anyway, but I remember one point taking the camera and pointing it down as I saw the fire trucks go out. So, when you're doing things in the moment, you're not thinking about what it will be. You're just recording things in the moment. But out of those firefighters that went out that day, 6 of them did not come back. And, that sounds like, oh, yeah, well, that's just something you read in an article. But when your guys, when you walk by them every day and you talk to them every day and you joke with them every day and you bring them cookies and you get to know them, it's, it really hits home. So, and I have a ton of friends that are in law enforcement that I love dearly, that, I have nothing but respect for. And my friend Michael Rizzo, who's an EMT, and just so many amazing people. So I wanted to start the show just by saying that I have not forgotten. Most of us have not forgotten, but sometimes it feels like people have. I want to thank people for their service. And, somebody said yesterday, I don't know if I heard it on the podcast or where I heard it, but try to be the person you were the day after September 11th. And what they meant by that was all of a sudden we were all on the same side. All of a sudden we were one country. And all of a sudden we really, really, really deeply cared for one another. People were rushing to give blood. People were donating clothes. People were talking to each other in the street. People had vigils. There was so much love for all the tragedy that happened. And oh my God, did a lot of tragedy happen. There was so much love in this city and across the country. People were coming from every state to help. A lot of my friends were also in demolition, and they were down there digging things out. And so I have a lot of respect for them as well. A lot of those people ended up with lung conditions and all kinds of cancers and things like that. So we must never forget. And I want a special shout out to John Stewart, who has gone above and beyond to help people out that were involved that day. He has been a champion for people, and I have nothing but respect for the man. And so I just wanted to put a shout out to Jon Stewart. I want to say that those that voted for it's called the Zadroga Act, which is legislation that makes sure that people that were involved that day will always have medical coverage, and they will extend benefits. They're trying to extend benefits again. So Kristen, or I'll think of her name in a minute, but she's one of our senators, Gillibrand, Kirsten Gillibrand. She was a huge advocate for this. So, I love our reps in New York. I think, well, most of them are amazing. So, we're going to keep talking about this until we don't have to talk about it anymore. But November is around the corner. Early voting will start before November 8th. Please choose wisely. I'm not going to tell you what to do because you're adults, but I will tell you what I think, and then you can make your own decisions. So when we all vote is what Leo has up there. When we all vote, go to that website, check it out. All these are, look, I know that a lot of people are ashamed to say they've never voted, because I talk to a lot of young people, and I kind of get them to admit, a lot of them are guys. I get them to admit that they just don't know how to vote, or if they've never done it, or they don't know. And you know what? Let's not shame people. Let's just help each other out. So my friend Greg Schlotthauer, who we should have on the show soon, this guy is amazing. He is in Staten Island every day, and he doesn't live in Staten Island. He lives in Staten Island is far. You got to take a ferry out there, or he rides his bike. Actually, he's like incredible. He's canvassing. He's going door to door for Max Rose, who was the Democratic candidate for congressman. And I'm like, way to go, Greg. And he's having some amazing conversations with people. And Staten Island is pretty Republican. So I have a lot of respect for people that just keep at it. And look, I keep saying this and I'll keep saying it. It's not about a Republican Democrat thing. It never used to be. And my cousin Rena has popped in, who I love to death. And she'll tell you, we talk about this all the time. When we were kids, it didn't matter. It wasn't like that. We had neighbors and cousins and friends and uncles, and some voted Republican, some voted Democrat. But it has really gotten very scary. It's very divided. I will tell you that a lot of Republican senators, in fact, sadly, most of them did not vote for these benefits. And a lot of them, it's mind-blowing to me, but they didn't. So remember yes, Leo.
I've got a candidate who I've been now recently following in California, and I think that we should play his video that he put out there on his website.
Yes.
Will Rollins, a Democrat, running in California, and we can listen to this.
I want to tell you a story. Last March, the U.S. Navy sent a ship called the Mercy here to the port of Los Angeles. The Mercy is a massive floating hospital, and it was here to help if our ICUs became overrun with COVID cases. One afternoon, not far from here, a train engineer allegedly pushed the throttle down on his train so he could derail it toward the Mercy. Fortunately, he came to a stop just short of the hospital ship. As a national security and terrorism prosecutor, I worked on that case. See, I wanted to work in counterterrorism because of 9/11. But today, some of our biggest threats are right here at home. And it's not happening by chance. The train engineer told investigators that he thought the Mercy was part of a government conspiracy and that he had to stop it. Sadly, his beliefs are not unique. We've all watched as people have become angrier and more violent as they've heard similar conspiracy theories and QAnon lies ripple across social media and then echo on Fox News. I saw the same thing when I helped prosecute people who attacked the US Capitol on January 6th. This is a systemic problem. Extremists, big tech, and media outlets profiting by spreading division based on lies, even as they erode our democracy and make it easier for adversaries like China and Russia to exploit us. but we can stop it. We can update our regulations to break down propaganda networks. We can require big tech, cable news, and talk radio to provide transparency in their advertising. And we can create a modern fairness doctrine so we can actually learn about both sides of an issue. That is the only way Americans can start to agree on basic facts again. And there is a lot of work that we need to do together, like reforming our criminal justice system, improving access to healthcare, and growing our economy while also protecting the planet. So let's kick out extreme politicians like Ken Calvert, who spread the big lies, and elect a new generation of leaders willing to save our democracy. At the end of the day, I think most Americans are like me and my partner, Paolo. We want to spend Thanksgiving arguing about who gets the last of the stuffing, not whether the earth is flat. Because as I tell my uncles every year, the earth is round and that stuffing is mine.
Wow. What a great ad. I don't know this guy.
Yep.
All facts. That's incredible.
Pretty good guy.
That is a great ad. Thank you for sharing that, Leo.
Because as he tells his uncles every year,
that he just snuck that in.
Yeah, really good.
That is fantastic.
And to tell you the truth, I was kind of iffy because, there's a lot going into a candidate you want to represent you. But, one being having Paolo, his partner, aside, that last joke was the clincher for me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love it. Mandar has joined us. Arena, Bergie. Mandar, hey, folks, just a quick hello, doing dinner at my local Italian restaurant. Mandar, Chick Magnet, we are so happy that you checked in. We appreciate even a minute of your time because you are a social butterfly.
I want to know all the ingredients of the things you're going to eat. Let's go. Type them in.
Afterwards, he can come back and tell us. Mandar, thank you for checking in. Enjoy your meal. Keith Torgan has checked in. We love Keith Torgan. Keith, I was listening to our show again today in the car. What a good show that was with Keith and his beautiful wife, Barbara. And
important show. There was some great topics talked about.
Yep. And Leo.
And great art.
Oh my God. I love it. It's getting better. It's getting better every day and it's going to get better. So go and check out TorganArt.com. Okay, so we have a bunch of things going on. We have two incredible, they are guests, but they are our friends. And I am smiling because I love them so much. We have Karen Mack and Elliott Roth. We're going to bring them in soon. And we're going to have so much fun. There's so much to cover because they're both super busy and they're doing lots of things. And they're just fun. They're fun, happy, joyful people. And we're going to enjoy ourselves.
They're not in the green room yet. So I thought maybe.
No, because I told them a 9:20ish. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because I did want to cover. All right, let's do our merchandise.
Cover.
Okay.
You mean as in cover certain body parts with an apron?
Oh, yeah. So let's do our piece de resistance, as we always say. Our apron, our blue apron, there it is, which a lot of you already have out there. Now, we out of this blue apron was born the Nothing But the Apron. Oh, the apron is $25, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's our biggest seller. Born of the apron is the Nothing But the Apron calendar for our show. So this is 2022. It is the original. And Rena, you can tell your adorable husband, Ron Berge, who is Mr. February, that he is one of the 12 original that cast members of this beautiful calendar. And we are in September. I don't know if I can show you September because Mr. and Mr. It's the only one that has two people, which for the new calendar, we're going to have a bunch of that. But, I got to cover it. So Mr. and Mr. are,
Cheeky, right.
So that's September for you. But this is our original, and it is now a collector's item. So we'll hold on to that.
This is a pretty hot calendar, Maria.
Yeah. Leo, you're in it as well. You are Mr. August.
The hottest month of the year.
The hottest month of the year, our Mexican representative. I will tell you that Susan Campanero, my partner in crime out there teaching and and in the clubs. And we were teaching the other day, and this is in August, and she had that calendar open.
Oh my goodness, spread eagle, so to speak.
Yes, so to speak. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
I can't wait till November. November this year is going to be a prelude to January next year.
That's right. Now, don't forget, because she'll get upset. Don't skip up October, because Her Highness Judy Mesa, and as a matter of fact, she said to me, "What do you mean I'm not in the calendar again this year?" I said, "Nobody is. We're not doing any repeats.
Repeats.
We're recruiting new people.
Mm-hmm. So and we have a waiting list, but it's very important we get those pictures in too."
Yes. So if you are one of the people, I know Rena's brother Robbie is going to send us a picture. My cousin Jerry Marisa Raskowski's brother is going to. These are two.
I need some water already.
You're gonna need to fan yourself because they're both adorable. But I will tell you, Ron was the original in our family. The original. Thank you, Leo. Leo's fanning himself. Okay, so we got the apron. We have coffee mugs, $10. These are a steal at $10. Now, go ahead, keep eating. Leo and I designed these together. And then the tote bag, which Leo, who would have thought that this would have been coming so handy? When you ordered these, I remember saying, Leo, what do we need tote bags for? This is a few years ago before all the plastic was being phased out.
That's right.
Leo, you were on it. You said, well, no, everything's going green. We're going to need these. Sure enough, we do. These are $10, but they're really durable. They're not like just some, Whole Foods bag, right? This is cloth.
No, they're very, very durable, and they stretch out. Even though if you wash them and they clean, which mine is in my laundry bag in my room, cleaned. But it's also once you get it using it again, it stretches out. It's good material, good durable material.
Good. So those two items are 10, and that's our merchandise. And we're getting ready for our 2023 apron. I'm very excited about that. Okay. Yes, please. If you are one of the people, I spoke to the Fit Foleys. They were on it. Elaine Feliciano, of course, she is on it. Her husband was Mr. November of this year. Well, he will be Mr. And she's going to be Miss January next year because she was born in January. So all that is going on. Oh my God, Lucas, thank you. Lucas, yes, I will get my apron picked for you, Maria. I promise. It made it all the way out to California with me. By the way, yay. Well, you can now welcome Lucas to California, Leo.
I can. He's all the way up north. I saw a picture of him today up in Alameda.
That's right. He is in the Oakland Ballet. Our friend Lucas Sverdlin, and he works at, not you. I won't say used to because he'll be back when he's back. Well, the wonderful thing about Brandy's is when you're done with your show and all your tours, you get your shift back. And that's a shout out to Jim Lazar, the owner of Brandy's. He says, I always give people their shifts back when they come back. And so Lucas will be back. But in the meantime, until May, he's with the Oakland Ballet. So if you are out that way, you know what else I want to give a shout out to? My friend Tara Connor Jones.
Oh my goodness.
Is doing, and Massachusetts people, listen up. Tara Connor Jones is doing Little Shop of Horrors at the North Shore Music Theater. She is the plant. She's the voice of the plant. So today she took some pictures and she's incredible.
She also released a video today from her one-woman show that she wrote and about Nell Carter. And I know. I was shedding tears listening to her, and I can't wait to see.
Well, wasn't it Nell Carter's birthday yesterday?
Yep. I think today and tomorrow she's releasing more. I believe something like that. Yes. But yes, and Nell Carter was amazing, and Tara has the talent to be able to embody her.
Captures her, yes.
Yeah.
And yet she's
as well as herself. Yeah, as well as her own
person. But she's often been compared to Nell Carter, and she wrote a one-woman show called From Birmingham to Broadway about Nell Carter, and she plays all the way through. She's Nell Carter. Yeah. But right now, Massachusetts people, if you are anywhere near the North Shore Music Theater, get your tickets because it's going to be incredible.
Feed me Seymour.
That's right. Jill Anderson said, "Feed me Seymour." Jill Anderson.
Hi, Jill.
I know you think I'm just saying this because I know how you are, but I miss you like crazy. I love Jill Anderson. I'm going to get out there to see her and Maria Figliomeni in Morristown soon in a couple weeks. Okay, let me check
Maria,
it.
One of our guests is in the green room, and I feel like we need to talk. We need to put this up first.
Okay,
before we go into this conversation.
Do it, because I'm ready.
We need to talk about what's coming.
Yeah, what's up? It is on the horizon.
What
on the
is
food
coming?
horizon.
Yeah, healthy food, move. Okay, cookie. Butter, peanut butter pinwheel, chocolate butterscotch,
He
dark
is the
chocolate.
queen of cookies.
Oh my goodness! I mean, and a fierce singer like Siren.
Oh, please,
but oh my goodness,
that's like not everybody knows that. But did you know the fun fact? And we'll have her tell you about it. That she is an incredible baker as well. Jill, we love you both. I mean, we love you as well. And yes, I really mean it. I'm dying to see you, and I'm dying to see Maria Figliomeni. We need to get together.
That was always a fun night to sit at the end of the bar and see them in the corner and be able to wave and see.
Yes, Jill and Maria, absolutely. At the duplex. By the way, the duplex has been closed for a few repairs in the last month, but they are reopening. Knock on wood, September 16th, which is not this Friday. Well, maybe it is this Friday. No, is it the 26th? You know what? We'll keep you posted on the duplex opening. But I want to say it's hopefully in the next week or so.
Well, they can always go to theduplex.com. I'm sure they have it posted there.
So please do that. Go to theduplex.com and they will keep you posted. They've done a bunch of renovations. It's going to be great. And everybody's back there. So we're looking forward to it. Can't believe yeah, I know. It's just a lot of crazy stuff. Sometimes that's the thing with owning a business. People think it's easy. It is not easy at all. And it's just one thing after another. It was COVID. It's just all kinds of things. But now, you know what? I think this is going to be good because they've done a lot of repairs. Kathy Bork is watching. Mandar says he's eating an amazing pizza. Mandar, we tried to get you to do the calendar, but he shied away. I said you could be flanked by hot girls, which he always is.
He moves too much. He moves too much for a calendar.
That's true.
We'd have to do the video calendar.
If they open up the roof, they can call it the triplex. Oh, my God. All right. Okay, so we have one of our guests is with us.
I believe she's ready.
Can we bring her in, please? That feisty little Ginger. Ginger Snap, there she is.
Hi.
Look, I'm here. I'm here in my little box.
Oh, I love that.
In my crazy apartment.
So you're home because you know the last two times, Karen.
I know. I've been like in the lobby of like outside of Birdland and Crack Alley, like just trying to do.
I know. Like in a hallway somewhere, in an alleyway somewhere. But you were nice enough to.
Oh my God! I really love you, and I love your show. And that opening was so moving and so beautiful. And for those of us who lost people, like that was really. It was just very, very kind of you to kind of.
Oh well, you know what, honey.
On it. And your song is beautiful. You know, I love
thank you. It's on the album. You know, you can always get it. If you guys go to my website, it's on there or anywhere else. But
yeah, people get it. It's a great record.
It is. I think it is. I'm happy. I love that album. But so Karen, speaking of albums now, the last conversation we had, which was here at my apartment when you came to get some sauce and soup.
Sauce and soup.
You told me you're working on a brand new album.
Here.
Which soup is that?
That's your chicken soup that I'm having to enjoy. Yeah, because we used to be able to come to your house. Like we would come to your house and do these shows, and then we would sit on your couch and you would feed us food, and I love that. So I'm trying to recreate the.
Wow. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to go back to that. The one thing I love about StreamYard is we can pull people in from all over the country and the world.
Oh my God! Of course. You know, and thanks, Pfizer, that that you would have options.
Yeah,
right?
But that was a lot of fun, and we need to go back to that. You're right, where I'm cooking for the gang. Now, okay, so you told me that you're going to start You've already started
You
working on
got
an
this,
album.
yeah, you got the scoop right here on your show. I'm
My God.
working on a new solo record, which I'm super excited about, and we'll actually roll out our fundraising this week, which is completely nerve wracking, but I'm so excited. I think it's going to be a really beautiful record, and again, started out of just seeds planted to do something very small as like
Yeah.
a kindness, like a really kind of a sweet, fun thing that I just thought would make me happy and be joyful. And then it just sort of grew and blossomed into this really great opportunity to actually do a full record with my friend Peter Eldridge and to have our friend Elliott Roth on it as well. So,
Oh my
so it's going to
God.
be
Now,
yeah, it's going to be awesome. And I'm thank you very much for giving it a shout out because now that
well,
it's
can
out,
I
I
just
feel like I
say,
have to do it.
and nothing I say on the show do I have to. Nobody makes me say anything. I don't have like a sponsors or anything like that. I love your album. The first one
Aw,
that I mean, I
thanks.
haven't heard the second one, but I love your album. I listen to it all the time. It's called Take That. And it's just, if you want to, like, you know what I used to do? I used to listen to it on the bus to Boston.
Oh,
It would soothe me because I would be so stressed out. I'd be coming off a late shift. I'd be going home. I didn't want to overthink anything, but I would pop that album in and everything would be right.
aw, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. Yeah, it's a long
Beautiful.
time ago, and there is no second. This will be my second album. So think about that. Like think how long. I mean, I do lots of things. It's not like I'm idle, but it's a.
Leah, what are you playing there?
Say
He's
you love me too, 'cause if you do,
Oh,
I
that's from my
certainly
website.
believe
That's a.
one
Yeah. So
of
this is
the
a.
happiest
This was sort of the
couples
day that
in
started
this
it. I needed a
society.
video for my website
Now
to
I got a
try to
feeling
book some
that
gigs
just
in sort of
your
in the lane that I'm in
style.
now and with
Come
like
on,
some of the stuff that Elliot and I are
admit it,
doing
and we'll
I
walk
didn't
the
have
aisle now.
anything that was
Don't be
recent. Everything that I
shy.
had was really like
Just
weird and
put your
grainy
arms
and like
around
late
right.
nights at downstairs
and
at Brandon
forget that
Cutrell's
you've
parties
been there.
and I
'Cause
needed to do something. So I went into the studio with Jennifer Vincent and Ted Firth and just said, let's just knock it. We've got 2 hours. That's all the money that I have. I literally have 2 hours worth of money. Let's
Wow.
just knock out a bunch of songs and see what happens. And
ever so,
it
let's make
just
a
turned into the
forgiving
funnest
man
day,
and
and it was so spontaneous, and
Isn't
it
that
was
the
just
best?
so nice. And then and like Sean Sweeney, whose studio did it, was like incredibly gracious, like got on board and was like, no, I really like, let's mix these and I mean, none of these are gonna come out. I mean, maybe there'll be singles down the road, but it was just like such a nice reinforcement that you gotta do what makes you happy. Like it can't always be like what's the next step or what am I trying to achieve or like
Right,
that's
right.
important, but you gotta find your joy, because life is hard.
Absolutely. Absolutely
So
100%. And I
oh,
think
thanks
that
for playing that, Leo.
we can all identify with that because we're all, I mean, you did you grow up in New York? No, right?
No, I grew up in Pennsylvania, northeastern
Okay.
Pennsylvania.
Okay, so and I grew up in Boston, and we move here, and I think that we're both the kind of people that are always working on something, always working
Yeah.
on something. But I don't know about you, but when I first got here, it was more like, okay, I have to get in this union within a few years, and I have to get in, and that you set those kind of goals. But now I find it's like what you were saying. It's about like just finding what makes you happy and doing it.
For sure.
It's great, and you're so good. I love your
Aw,
voice, and
thanks.
I love your energy, and also with the girls, those girls,
Yeah,
right?
with those girls. Sure, those damn girls.
So that's your group that you work with is
Right.
four
That's my
voices.
vocal group, and we've got a new show that opens in October at the Beach Bone. We open October 2nd, and we'll do
That's
4
around the
shows in the Beach
corner.
Bone. It is. It's around the corner. Yeah, it is. But it's good. It's those girls sing the Broadway, so it's all I think it seemed like a super innovative idea when we thought of it 2 years ago before COVID. Now a lot of people are
Yeah,
kind of doing Broadways, but fortunately it's a huge canon and there's lots of different material and it really gives us room
Absolutely.
for our own points of view. We're all four of us are so different. We like different things. So
Yeah, and
this
also
covers
what you
a lot
did
of ground.
before, the four of you, was not Broadway. It was
No,
very
we've
like
always done pop shows. We've
pop,
always,
right?
and that's kind of where we live.
Yeah.
And we will definitely, like, the next one. I'm my guess is, well, we're going to Austin next year, next fall, and their season is a curated season, and it's all about the golden age of like movies. So that'll be those girls go to the movies, and there'll be a lot of stuff from the Broadway show in it, but we'll,
I
pull in
love it.
other stuff that we like. That's not highbrow film. It's going to be a lot of Xanadu. It's going to be a lot of a lot of let's hear it for the boy. It's gonna be
Yeah,
like what we like, but what
yeah,
people like.
I love
It's
that.
it's good. I'm so grateful. I have these like lovely collaborations, and I'm can't wait. You and I have like keep saying let's write something, let's do something. I can't wait
Yeah,
for
no,
that.
no, no.
That's
I
gonna be great.
actually I said it out loud the other day, because if I
Ah,
say something out loud,
yeah.
I have to commit to it. I was talking to someone, oh, maybe John Bronson. I was talking to him 2 days ago, and I said, John, I'm gonna Karen Mack and I are gonna write a song. And he said, oh my God, that's great. So if I say it out loud, then I have to do it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Boy, nice things happening for John these days, right? That's
Oh
like
my God.
overdue. He's worked so hard. That's awesome.
But you know what? It's funny because I think about John a lot. John is one of those people that does put one foot in front of the other. However, he's also, because I listen to a lot of audiobooks about, like, I just listened to a great book called Atomic Habits. And what it's about. It's so good. Or you can read it. I like to listen to books when I drive, because otherwise when I read, I start to fall asleep because I work so many hours. But what it's about is changing just a little something every day.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and adding more. And John, to me, is that kind of person. Like, they say it's the person that practices, not just the person that practices every day, but the person that works through the boredom of practicing every day. So it's like, okay, I know doing scales is boring, or I know like going over my part is boring, but I'm going to do it anyway. And John is one of those people that just keeps building on his skill, building on, and it's everything's coming into fruition now.
Yeah, there's a great book out by Stephen Pressfield called Do the Work.
Oh, I'm going to write
And
that down.
it's a great book, and it's not a hard read, but like it's meaty stuff. It's really kind of deals with the concept of, for any kind of creative person, whatever it is, whether it's music or writing or whatever it is that you do, how resistance is just a part of us. And how to,
Absolutely.
and kind of facing that, and kind of figuring out how you get to the next thing, and kind of recognizing it so you can kind of call it out and do the work. Like, just not get preoccupied and distracted, but just keep, kind
Yeah.
of being aware and going forward. It's a good book.
And there's another book that I love. It's a really quick read called The War of Art, not the art.
Well, he's the same guy.
Oh
That's
my
the guy.
God.
That's his other book.
I'm going to get it then.
Yeah, that's his other book. That's so funny. Where's Elliott? Bring Elliott on.
Is he? Oh
There he
my God.
I was just about to say he's in the green room.
Yeah.
Hi.
Look, can I just say, Elliott, I don't know if you saw the promo, but did you see the hearts that Leo put around your picture?
I did.
They were
horrible.
Wait,
Thank you, Leo.
did you like the soap opera red sky behind you?
I mean, how could I not?
I love that.
So-
But
so
Karen
cute.
got spotlights in her scene
I
number.
did. I also like
And
that one of those was
butterflies.
actually Amanda Scalisi. So,
Was it? Oh no.
but that was great because that allows me to give her a shout out for her Doris Day show that's coming up this weekend. So that was great.
Oh boy, Leo.
No,
Oh,
it's
my
good.
goodness.
It could have been me. I wish it
No.
was me.
Listen, it is you. We're all the same.
It was. In
We're
my eyes,
all-
it was.
Good people are putting out good work, and that's what counts. That's what counts. But I will say that those little hearts popping up around Elliott,
It's
I
so-
said, that's Leo.
That's kind of how it is on the street too. When you walk around with him, that just sort of happens.
Oh, I
Weird.
know. And everybody that works with him is in love with him.
It's true.
Elliott, everybody loves working with you. What does that say about you?
That's really, I got to be honest. I was telling somebody the other day about, if someone says you're a great pianist or you're this, to me, the biggest compliment is you're so chill. you're easy to work with. Like that means the most to me, to be honest. Like I value that. And
Well, you know what? Obviously, you do value it because that is who you are, Honey Bunny. And everybody I work with, whether it's in the clubs, like everybody's like, "Oh, yay, it's Elliott." That is literally our reaction when you're subbing in, or when people get to work with you. And then I mean, Karen and you work together all the time.
Yes.
All the time. I was talking to Sarah Muco this weekend, and you and she work together all the time, and you just worked at Freddy's, right, this weekend?
Yeah, we're just at Freddy's in Brooklyn, and it's a really cool space. They're trying to get a new piano, and I was just laughing because the piano feels so perfect for the space. It's missing a key. It's in tune. It was great. It's such a cool place, and the piano just kind of fits the personality of it. But it was really lovely, and she's great. We love Sarah.
Yeah, and we all saw each other on Saturday. But okay, so let's talk about your show together. Let's talk about your show together, and then I want to talk about, Elliott, your jazz background, because you are like the quintessential jazz guy. I wore my John Coltrane shirt because of you tonight.
Nice.
And Karen, I don't know if you do this, but I do this when I work with Elliott. I pick songs that are like jazz heavy. Like I work with other people. I choose songs that that we do together. But when I know Elliott's on, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Well, because you can give him anything.
Different.
I mean, you can give him anything, and you know that it's going to. Not only is it going to be musical and smart and fun, but you also like. Look, we're not at your memorial service, but like he's such a good singer on top of it,
right?
That you just know like you're going to be safe. You know that no matter what, you can take some chances and improvise and that he's going to be there for you. So it's
absolutely.
So I get that.
Leo, did you have a question?
Point of information: the mashups I think are really cool. I think people really dig them. I think that they go in for one thing and they come out with the other. And watching the night that I was there for the weekend, I visited for Maria's party, and I was watching the crowd and just seeing how when the mashups came in and everybody did. There was just like a little roar on top of another introduction. The people would be singing with you, and then they'd be like, "Oh my God, I love this song too." I think the mashups get them in.
No, that's my favorite. And you know what? They all. There's a storyline with all of those. No matter what, even if it's just two songs, you start here. There's a conflict, and there's a resolution. I can't help it, but you're always going to get a story there.
I love that.
And that honestly, I think that's one of. We didn't initially enter into the mashup, like when we started working together. But it's funny because we both have background in creating those types of things, and we knew we would land there eventually, but we took our time getting to know each other, and then finally we're like, okay, now this door's going to open and we are going to match it up.
Now, Elliott, your dad is a jazz drummer, right?
Yeah, jazz, blues, pretty much all things. Yeah, he was sort of the last of that. I don't want to say the last because people still do this, but he studied with a guru. He was like that old school guru thing. He studied with pretty much the father of bebop drumming, and they in Pittsburgh. He would have dinner with my dad. He had my dad over for dinner, and my dad just kind of worked with him for, I'd say, 20 years from the time he was in high school, and just made connections through that. Toured for a while, and his whole life has made his living as an instructor and a session musician, a live performer, an entertainment manager, just all kinds of stuff. So he helps me get the hustle.
Yeah, so I was going to say, but that's obviously where you got your love of jazz, right?
Yeah, definitely. And they were tricky. My parents, my mom included. She played piano forever. She's an incredible lover of the arts. She's a painter. But when they found out that I played by ear at a young age, they didn't exploit it, but they would make me cassette tapes, and they'd be like, why don't you listen to these things? Being like, oh, he'll just listen, he'll learn them and play them. My dad, in his set list, it was so funny. He had a whole list of things he'd made.
And how old were you when you were doing that?
I was probably about 9 or 10, and then I had my first gig when I was 12. It was at the Beacon Hotel, and I played background music. And an
actual hotel gig, not like I was in a play or I was at the high school or like a real gig.
I have to correct you because you are from Pennsylvania, and this is one of those places called the hotel that isn't an actual hotel.
Oh
You know,
no,
yeah,
no, it's
which is the best dive bar in the world is the something hotel. A hotel that's not a hotel. That's my favorite
right.
part. But that's what it was. It was one of those hotels. So
Yeah, you're both PA people.
Mhm.
That's right. So I know you're from Pittsburgh, right, Elliott?
yes, a little north of Pittsburgh. Yeah.
And Karen, are you more
Northeastern
close?
Pennsylvania, Wilkes-Barre,
Okay.
Scranton.
Wow, how cool is that? That's where Joe Biden's from.
Yeah.
That's where Joe Biden's from, and it's also where Poison originated, and we almost killed Gloria Stefan. Those are our three things.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Those are our three things that we have.
So Leo, what are we showing you? Oh, Elliott's
Oh
website.
yeah.
These are. That is a timeline.
Yeah. So if you, for our radio listeners that can't see that, that's ElliottRoth.com. So it's 2 L's and 1 T. ELLIOTROTH. ElliottRoth.com. You want to check that out. And Karen Mack's website is Mack is MACK music.com. So go and check out both of those things. And you'll your gigs are posted there as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see their schedules. You can check out videos and pictures and all that great stuff. Now let's talk about Pangea. Believe it or not, I've never been there. So
Well, you'll have to come. You'll come.
I know. So what can they expect when they come to see you at Pangea?
What do you think?
Well, one thing that we've been popular on the scene for is, I want to say, debuting arrangements of tunes that a lot of people have not heard that should be heard in almost every genre. And sort of are those artists that exist that sort of draw that line between folk and jazz and pop, almost where, like, I want to say where Joni Mitchell was like heading in the, like, into the 90s and things like that, where it's this melding of one artist that we love is Jonathan Brooke, who, and a lot of these.
Yeah, Jonathan Brooke, Kate McGarry, like.
Yeah.
I don't know Jonathan Brooke.
We're gonna. Oh, you would. Oh my God, you would love Jonathan Brooke.
I'm gonna have to look this up. I can't believe it.
Yeah, you would love her. She's a great writer, great singer.
Wow. Okay, got
it. Prolific. She actually, Jonathan had a band in the 90s. I want to say early 90s out of Boston, which was The Story. She was half The Story. It was a duo project, and that's worth, like, Google and check out some of their stuff.
Oh, cool. Oh, this is so
my favorite
exciting.
record was 10 Cent Wings. I think was my favorite record. But
I love learning new things.
Yeah. I can't wait to, like, do a deep dive on that in all your spare time.
Yes, absolutely.
But I want to hear all about what you think. I think you're gonna really dig it.
I'm looking forward to it. And lots of times I do drive to Massachusetts, and that's when I listen to my stuff. Leo, what do you
in all your free time?
I know.
Yeah.
I saw the village trip thing that you guys are doing for.
The festival.
What is that all about?
So the Village Trip Festival started not that long ago, back in 2018, and I'm sure that they had to take a break during COVID. And it's really this there's a wide range of stuff that happens that's under the umbrella of the festival. There are walking tours, there are lectures, there are spoken word, there's all kinds of music, there's there's alt theater, all different things. And it goes from September the 10th to September the 25th this year.
Wow.
And so it's already in place, and that's the website for them. And it's really cool. Like, go in and kind of check out the history. It's just a celebration of the arts and entertainment, and really the focus of Greenwich Village being this amazing hub for people to be individual and to be creative and to push boundaries in arts and activism. So we're Pangea happens to be a host venue.
Cool.
So a lot of their shows during these 2 weeks are part of the festival, and I'm sure we're not the most edgy of what you're going to see down there, but I do think, like, it's like a lovely night. Our show on September 22nd, we really tried to look at the set list and think, okay, what songwriters do we love? What singer-songwriters are, like Elliott said, underrepresented, and like people should know about them, and are trying to branch out and do different things with their work, and kind of talk about that. And we both have a relationship with Theater for the New City.
Yeah,
and
which I
theater
love. I
downtown.
love it down there.
Elliott,
Yeah.
tell them about that.
I
Tell them
love
about you.
that.
I was my friend. You probably know him. I know him by day. You guys know him by night. Is Jeff Davis, who is a fabulous dancer and choreographer, and he is very close to Crystal from Theater for the New City, and we did a Christmas show last year, which just it was with all it was James Jackson, LaDonna Burns was in it, all this.
I love LaDonna. Oh my
Justin
God.
Lopez and his wife Isabel, and
Oh my God.
it was just a fabulous. But I've written for a lot of modern dance in the past, and I've known Jeff from Pittsburgh, and we had that in at Theater for the New City, so I was kind of part of that. At least one piece a year that he would do there, and I was just. It is just a trip. It is so old school villagey. I mean, I just
No.
walk in, and I'll save a few stories I'll tell you in person, but it's just it's so niche, and so I think is it a historical landmark? I think it is.
I think it is.
It
If
may
not, it
be.
should be. She should be.
I
If you
want
have
to
any more stories, come and have wine at Pangea, and we'll tell the stories.
Absolutely. And when is that gig?
That gig is September the 22nd.
Okay, that's a Thursday.
That's a Thursday. We have
Thursday.
a-
What time? What time is the gig?
We start at 8:30. We do
Okay.
2 sets. It's very flexy depending on who's there, how many people are there, and if they're like people that want to hang, or if they'd rather have like one long set. We just kind of do what.
And there's food there as well, right?
They've got a great
Yeah.
kitchen. They've got a beautiful bar. They're our gig. We're very fortunate. There's no cover. There's no minimum, so it's very easy to kind of come check out as much as stay for a little, stay for a lot.
And
Um,
Pangea
And
is
we're there every
spelled.
month. We're there once a month. It's a residency until we die.
I love it. Pangea is Pangea, right?
Yes, Pangea, and I think their website is PangeaNYC.com.
Okay.
It's not just Pangea.
All right,
They're so lovely there, and they have been there a long time. I remember a million years ago, and there used to Rosie too had Mama Rose down on 2nd Avenue. They're on 2nd Avenue between 12th and 13th, and I would do shows there, and then after our shows we would go to Pangea and just to drink and hang, and we always thought it would be so great to have music here, and now they do. So it's like it's nice to see they're just always looking for ways to support artists and to support the arts.
Yeah.
It's really a beautiful
How
place to go.
amazing. That's amazing.
You'd love it. You really love the vibe there. It's really nice.
Yeah, no, I got it. I love the East Village anyway. It's so cool and so historic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Musically, it's so historic. There's a great book called let's go back to Greenwich Village for a second for the village trip, but Greenwich Village and How It Got That Way. It's a great book.
Nice.
Okay, so I want to take a minute because we're going to do the food section of our show.
Oh.
All
Yes.
right. So tonight, what did I make? I am not on the keto right now. It will be going back in time, but I just this is kind of like a sort of keto, sort of not. All right. So what did I make? I made salmon. I have to always read it because I add 3,000 things as I cook. Salmon with basil, garlic, butter.
I should have brought white wine. Jeez, man.
Yeah,
Oh.
over yellow rice. Yellow rice, and there's some asparagus, and the asparagus has I caramelized. The garlic that I used,
Better caramelize. That's amazing.
I love to caramelize. I had
that
slivers of
code?
garlic, a little bit of white onion. I put a little bit of sesame, roasted sesames in there, and there's a little bit of lemon in there as well. That's a nice looking plate, don't you think, there,
I
Elliott?
think so. Oh my
Beautiful.
God. Hey, Maria, we didn't say it.
What? Oh, Rena will get mad. On the count of 3, the segment is called Go Ahead, Keep Eating. 1, 2, 3.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Keep
Keep
eating.
eating.
Okay, so that's my main dish, right? This way I'm having some carbs, but I'm also eating protein. All right, now for this
Allow me to
salad,
go boom.
this is a beautiful salad, if I say so myself.
Oh my.
Okay,
I like how you did the
Karen,
made
I
it
did that for
fancy.
you.
You did. You made it fancy for me.
Yeah,
I like
because
that.
you're a
Peaches?
cookie maker,
Oh
which
my
I want to
God.
talk about. And
Oh, please, nothing that I make. If I were to have a bakery, which I would never have, but if I did, I would call it Almost Pretty, because that's basically what I make. Like
I
it's
love
always
that.
delicious, but it's really not gonna, it's not gonna, win any prizes. That's beautiful.
Well, tonight I said Karen Mack is on the show. I have to go out of my way to make sure it is aesthetically pleasing. So this is arugula with Parmesan shavings,
Ooh.
and these are peaches. So I have peaches in there, and baby cucumbers.
And what did you do for dressing for that?
Yeah. What?
I am doing a mango balsamic vinegar,
Ooh.
and I'm doing a Tuscan herb olive oil.
I can't.
Oh my
I
God.
can't. That's great.
Yeah, so I like a little salty, a little sweet, a little
Yeah.
a little bright, a little not so
Did
bright.
you grill the peaches, or are they just
No, just
fresh?
fresh peaches. Although
Mango,
now that would be the step up. The grilled
Where do
peach.
you get good peaches in the city? I can only find them when I go to like the suburbs.
I have to order them from the peach truck. I have to order them from Georgia, and then they ship them.
You know where I get mine?
There's also a place in California, your brother probably knows, that has great peaches.
Ooh.
Leo's from California. Leo's
what place?
Hang on a second. Hold please.
But where I get my peaches? Trader Joe's.
Okay, all right.
Going to the
So,
country.
but I usually
Yeah,
go to the
let's
one in
have some
Jersey because my
peaches.
girlfriend lives out there. So
That's fine.
I'm out there a lot anyway. Okay, and for dessert, because I can have dessert now since I'm off the diet. As I said, I'll be going back on it. Don't panic.
Christmas is around the corner.
I know, but I have to go on it soon because I have literally gained all my weight back in a month. This is my little baby apple pie. Wanted to have an apple pie
Aw.
Yes.
for months now, and damn it, I'm having it. I'm having it tonight. My little
I have to tell you, it is apple season in California, and right below the mountain, Big Bear, my sister mountain over there, that was on fire as well last weekend. But the apples are in bloom, so to speak.
Yes.
So it's time to go over there and pick some fresh apples so I can make apple pie.
Well, in the next couple
Nice.
of weeks, I'm going to do a lot of apple stuff because I'm from Massachusetts, and now they're going to be exploding with apple season, apple picking. Alana Diaz is checked in. We love Alana. I can't wait to work with her. Right?
Alana, go boom.
To work with Alana again.
Hi,
We
Alana.
work together at Brandy's, but I also work with her at Stonewall. Tonight she's at Stonewall
With Miles.
with Miles and with Tim Splain, who's a sweetheart. He's a
And
friend.
Lawrence.
Oh, and Lawrence Baca. He's a friend of David Foley Jr.'s, Tim Splain. He was the musical director on one of the tours, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All you musical people.
And Rory Taggart, our Canadian friend, is watching. And I
love the Canadians.
Oh my God, I've never met a
Welcome.
Canadian I didn't love. I do want, on a serious note, to shout out Rory because on September 11th, we were together. And we were at the duplex. I went in. I was the one that lived closest to it. They didn't know if they were going to open or not. And I said to the owner at the time, who was Rick Panson, I said, I will go in. I lived like about 6 blocks away. If you let me close if I feel that I'm in danger. Isn't that crazy that we would even think that way? But
Amazing,
and he said, whatever you want to do, if you want to open, go in. And you know what I did? And he let me do it. I didn't charge one single person.
Wow.
At the time we didn't have cell phones. I called him on his and I said, listen, I don't have the heart to charge these people. They are literally covered in dust. And he said, whatever you want to give away, just give it away.
Wow.
Most of it was water bottles, but people sat. We watched the time we had TVs, and Rory was one of those people. Rory, George Penny, my friend Carrie Ann Dunn, Michael Isaacs, Karen, Andrew Holmes was there.
I'm sure. I'm
Yep.
sure.
Scott Ryan, my friend Denise, and we literally sat in silence and watched the TVs. And I didn't charge one single person. So Rory, when I see you tonight, I wanted to shout that out. And anybody that was in New York on September 11th or anywhere else, you remember that day and you remember who you were with and what you were doing. It's just one of those days. Okay, let me see what we have for time.
I have tons of conspiracy stories during that time.
Oh boy.
All right.
I was on children's tour, doing Missoula Children's Theater tour, and we were at a lot of the bases before 9/11 that summer. 9 weeks on the road, and a lot of those bases were on such high alpha security, whatever they were switching, and
Yeah.
it was something that was like really, really weird. And then come 9/11, waking up to the news. I was in California at the time, but that was
Yeah.
weird.
It's just one of those days, but I do want to shout out. It's not so much a shout out as it is a screenshot that I remember. It's like you would do that on your phone. I remember you. You were in my heart. You were in my history. All my people that I was with that day. So
I shout out you again because I was just about to say that sounds like a lyric, and you did write a song.
I did. Thanks, Elliott. I wrote a song called "Amputated Skyline" because I lived 10 blocks. It's on my website. It's on Spotify. If you type it in, it's on YouTube. I lived 10 blocks from there at the time, and my Aunt Anna, who's Rena's mom, called me. It was 9 a.m. and she told me what happened. I didn't believe. I thought I was dreaming. I ran up to my roof, and I grabbed I always used to grab my camera. I always had a video camera. I grabbed my video camera. I started taping or whatever, videotaping, and something told me to go downstairs. I said I felt like something bad was going to happen. And I went downstairs, but I didn't want to take the elevator. I took the stairs. It was 6 floors. And by the time I got down to my apartment, the towers had fallen. And when I looked, so it was like this rumble thing. But when I looked at the television and it was flat, this is what my brain said. This is how strange your brain works. I said, did somebody move the towers? Like, that's what my brain did.
In that moment, of course.
In that moment. And then I ran outside again, and it was just nothing but smoke and like flat. Everything was flat. And I just remember thinking it felt like someone had like literally cut like the legs off of the city. And that's why I called it Amputated Skyline. I know that's intense. I know, but that's where it came from. So I called it Amputated Skyline. But it is a great song. It's a tribute to the first responders. And so
did you see the tribute on Sunday morning? I can't remember his name, but there was a cousin who was reading the names, part of the names. And he got angry at the crowd, and he said, I want you to remember how we felt, and I'm paraphrasing, how we felt after this, how we were joined together, how we worked together, how we felt, because if I have to come back again and read more names for another problem like we've had, then, and he said this at the time, right after he finished reading his part of the names. Very moving.
Yeah, no,
that reminds me, what he's saying reminds me of what you're saying now. It's attributed. You can't forget.
You can't. That's why we bring it up, even though it was a few days ago, and it's like, well, it didn't fall on a Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. We must not forget. We must remember where we were, what we were doing, and to teach other generations. Yeah. Because people that are 21 right now, some of them weren't even born.
Yeah.
So we must remind them, and we must teach history. Okay, we're at the end of our show. I can't believe it. It always flies by. Can you each do me a favor, the two of you, as well as Leo, and let's leave a little inspiration for people out there tonight. What note shall we leave them on? Creatively, as great humans that we are good humans. Everybody in this screen right now is a wonderful human being that puts great energy out into the universe. So what do we want to leave them with? Leo, why don't you go first? Then we'll do Elliott and then Karen.
It's always the artists of many different venues of mediums who get to comment and take a look back and a look forward. So pay attention to the artists.
Love it. Elliott?
And I think in that respect, almost like everybody has a love language and a way they communicate. I think as an artist, sometimes our language is not aggressive activism, or it is aggressive activism in a more subtle way. And I think it's, as an artist, if you have to use the word responsibility, sometimes it's to change people's views, opinions, but sometimes it's really just to give people a sense of peace even that one moment in a world that's insane. And that's what you're contributing sometimes as an artist. When you feel like your spirit wants to be on the front lines and do that, and we all have a purpose and a way we communicate, and sometimes it's to just give people just that quick, warm bath of peace before they go back into the mess, you know?
Wow. That's beautiful, Elliott. I love that. Karen, what do you think?
That was beautiful. I think we're all we all just want to go back to feeling normal, and everybody's so anxious to do that and in such a hurry to do that. And I just would encourage everybody to just try to be kind to yourself. Try to realize that we're not exactly the same. And thank God things are inching forward in a good way, we hope, but just be patient with yourself and like try to, I don't know how else to say this, bloom where you're planted. Like be surrounded. We're so lucky if you have people around you that nurture you, that inspire you, that you're excited about. Really allow yourself to revel in that. Allow yourself to take it in and to let it be part of you. And don't be, I'm not doing this, or I'm not this far ahead, or I'm not, I should be doing more. Like, just realize that where you are has value and try to be there.
Awesome.
That's beautiful. So I want to thank Leo. Where would I be without Leo Rodriguez, our right-hand man, our every man? I'd be lost without Leo. Karen, I can't thank you enough for coming on again. I always love it when you're on because I know I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy.
Having the pair of us, it was nice to be on together.
And Elliott, you know how much I love you, Elliott. And we have our little inside jokes. And we have our little, because we work together.
What?
Yes. But it's not about any of you. And so I just want to say, wherever you are in your life, even if when it's hard, good things are happening simultaneously. Don't, it's not a good day or a bad day. It's a day. And try to write down as much as you can, keep journals, but memorize the love in your life. That is what you should. Let the bad wash off, but memorize the love, because the love is what counts. So we'll leave you with that. I love you guys so much.
Love you.
What a great show this was.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And it's almost Cookie Month.
Oh my God. It's almost,
17 days.
17 days. Follow Karen Mack's Facebook page because she posts all the cookies that she makes.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait for that.
All right. Love you guys. We're going to head out and we'll see you on the streets of New York and at Pangea on the 22nd. Love and appreciate you. Thank you, everybody.
Love you, Maria. Good night, guys.